Gummer sending it in. And there is the goal! Tyler Trimnall, just as you said, Matt.
Wow.
He's been looking for it the whole time, and here in the 73rd minute, Tyler Trimnall finally gets that goal. He's been working really Cordona. Gabby trying to slow his run, and he does really well. Back to Cordona. Jamie DeLucio. Hansen. Drew Hansen with a goal! And there it is again. DeLucio to Hansen. That's becoming a Cookus. Good pass there to Willie Cardona. I don't think realized how much space he actually had behind him. Lira to DeLucio. DeLucio, good pass to Cardona. Steps over it, and it's in. Willie Cardona. 58th minute. 2-0 for the Hops.
Great job to keep control of that ball. It's a very tough finish. Right on the goalkeeper's doorstep, Robert, but had to do a great job to keep control of that and get it onto a foot and get it back into the back of the net. Goalkeeper put it.
Interesting pass there from Gummer, but doesn't really end up where he wants it to go. DeLucio looking for an opportunity. Cookus with a good swing in there. Trimnall, and it's in. Tyler Trimnall, 71st minute. It's 3-0 to the Hops.
Well, Tyler has certainly earned that goal. Robert, he's worked hard all night. His hold-up play has been excellent. The pass that he made to create the goal on
Hops fairly would feel that the result was not what they earned, but back at it again today, and this is not a cup match, right, Robert? This is a
correct,
oh boy.
Correct. Jamie DeLucio takes it away, looking for a pass, and he got it. It's a goal! Drew Hansen gives Charlottetown the early lead, but we got to give both the assist in real time, but also the assist in terms of like absolute defensive act. Yeah, just needed
no one there, probably because Tyler had played the ball to him in the first place, just didn't have a chance to get into the box. Oh boy.
Mika, and it's in. Mika, wow, that was really understated on my part. I did not actually see it go in until it.
Which I'm going basically on his picture here.
You're right. It is 11. And the ball gets played to him immediately, and he heads it.
Vuk Martinovic on the end of it, and that is two.
And Hayden Pierce.
Vuk with the 90th minute goal.
Pierce into the match, catches on his head a long ball from that restart. Robert plays it off the head to Vuk Martinovic, who...
Hello and welcome to the CSA Ortho Carolina Sportsplex in Pineville, North Carolina. Tonight's National Premier Soccer League matchup features the visiting Appalachian FC and your Charlottetown Hops FC. My name is Robert Morrison, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's match alongside Sage Branch from UNC Asheville. Sage, how is it going tonight?
It's going well. I wish it was a little bit cooler outside,
yes.
But, can't help that.
We've managed to survive almost the whole season so far, and this is the hottest that we've had, so that's good.
Yes.
I'll take it. It's not so bad, but it is hopefully going to cool down over the next 30 minutes or so while we get the sun going down here soon. But it's going to be an exciting matchup tonight. Good crowd already pouring in, I should say, to the Sportsplex. Good contingency of fans from both sides. This has been a matchup that has gotten a little what's the word that we can look for? A little dicey in some ways. I was going to say something else, but didn't quite fit. So we'll see how this goes. These are two teams that pretty much from the outset of the history, at least from a Charlottetown perspective, it's just been an inherent dislike for one another. I don't know how that happens, but maybe we can talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. So the Hops played one of the strangest matches of their history last Saturday against Port City FC, a 2-1 loss that featured 2 conceded goals by the visitors due to mistakes at the back by Charlottetown, a rescinded red card, and the Hops' first loss in several weeks. The outcome and Port City's subsequent win over Greenville United this afternoon leaves the Hops in 3rd place or 4th place, depending on how you look at the standings, in the NPSL Southeastern Conference. Port City is 3 points clear of the Hops, and with tonight's visiting side, Appalachian, breathing down Charlottetown's neck, with just 1 point separating the two, and the visitors have a game in hand as well. Charlottetown just 1 match after tonight's game, as opposed to the visitors with 2 more after that. That means, we talked about it last week, that Charlottetown had the opportunity to host a playoff game, and that was in their control. It's kind of not so much in their control anymore. They do have to win these final 2 games to have to really stay in that conversation, both tonight and then next week's final game of the season. And then for the visitors, they're coming off a 3-1 win over Burlington United FC in Boone, and they will host Bristol City FC and travel to 865 Alliance before the season is done. So, Sage, 2 things come out and things to highlight as we go into this. So I mentioned this is a rivalry match between 2 sides that have not gotten along terribly well. And obviously with the playoffs looming possibly for both sides, how do you control your emotions from a player's perspective and like focus on the game in hand?
Well, I think just kind of going off last match where there was a lot of emotions high, we made a few mistakes. I think for Charlottetown, I think they've really found their stride this season, and they're always ready for a challenge. I think just honing in on the basics and really sticking to that mentality about being composed, minimizing mistakes in the back, taking that big step in this game to their season-long goal, which is securing a playoff spot. And that's what they've said all season. I think this being their last few games, I think a lot of emotions are running, and they know that this game really counts. So I think they need to calm down and play the way they know how to play. Yep, for sure. As I said, last regular season home game, depending on how things shake out, there could be a possibility that we'll have a game here in a couple of weeks for the playoffs. But before we get things kicked off, here's everything you need to know to stay connected with your Hops throughout the season that is winding down. Be on the lookout for tickets to a potential Hops home playoff match, which would take place on July the 9th if that came to fruition. Join the Hops for great local beer and great local soccer. See future pros today at CSA and support local players pursuing their professional soccer dreams. Tickets will be available when the time comes, should the time come, at charlottetownhops.com once the match is set. When you come out to a Hops home match, not only will you enjoy great local soccer, but you'll also enjoy great local beer and cider in the Hops Beer Garden. Thanks to Middle James Brewery and Red Clay Cidery for your support and for providing great local beer for local soccer fans. All home games this season were on sale through our new ticketing partner, Sports Illustrated Tickets. Adult tickets started at $10, and youth tickets are only $8 if reserved in advance. As I said, if we do see a home playoff match, I'm sure that will follow suit there. Visit Charlottetown Hops for the complete home game schedule. Here's a chance to join the Hops 2 reserve team for elite summer training this summer. You'll play with and against the top players in the area. If you want to stay fit and sharp for your fall season, play with the Charlottetown Hops this summer. For more information or to register, visit charlottetownhops.com. If you know an aspiring sports management executive, let them know that the Charlottetown Hops are hiring interns for their summer NPSL season. It's a great opportunity to learn the sports business and gain valuable real-world sports management experience. For more information, visit charlottetownhops.com.
For the hoppiest soccer gear in America, head over to the online Hops shop at charlottetownhops.com. You can reserve the custom hoppy kit, t-shirts, hats, and other great-looking gear with the iconic Hops brand. The summer of soccer is here. Enjoy great local beer while supporting local soccer players pursuing their professional soccer dreams. Hops home games are the best deal in town. And now for the lineups as the teams get set to come out. We'll start with the visitors, led by head coach Dale Parker. In goal, we have number 1, Charlie Walker. Defenders, number 3, Andre Applewaite. Number 5, Daniel Becerra Guel. Number 6, Leonardo Dos Santos Hasler. And number 15, Matthew Doyle. In the midfield, number 2, Campbell Reese. Number 12, Giorgio Diakos. Number 17, Jesper Shireholtz. And number 25, Stephen Stone. Up top for the visitors, number 7, Jaron Otterson. And number 9, Luke Alexander Frost. And now for Charlottetown with Coach Morteza Ibrahimi. He has named these following starting 11. In goal, number 1, Cole Freeman. Defenders, number 2, Gavin Troche. Number 5, Joey Carroll. And number 4, Dawson Malcolm. Midfield consists of number 10, Tino Lira, number 6, Bernardo Pacheco, number 11, Aiden Gummer, and number 3, Simon Curto. Up top for the Hops will be number 18, Jacob Bandel, number 7, Ethan Stevenson, and leading the line, number 9, James Jinkin. So Sage, notable missing player for tonight. Ricardo Ferreira,
yes.
leading goal scorer for the team, 7 goals, still leading the conference in goals coming into tonight's match. But his season with Charlottetown is done. He's headed back to his school. I believe he transferred to another school this summer, and so he had to go out and get started. So best of luck to Ricardo. His brother also, Rodrigo, transferred as well, and so he is off to school as well. But that's going to be a big miss for Charlottetown. He's been their main goal scorer this season. Like I said, 7 on the year. And they're going to need somebody to step up tonight. Anybody stand out to you in terms of like who could be the guy that fills in that goal scoring presence?
Oh, yeah. I was talking with Ethan Stevenson.
Oh, that means he's going to score, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's always super excited to get on the ball and score a lot of goals. That's his main goal for the season, is to score a lot of goals, get the win for the team. So he's really eager to probably get out tonight, start, and just hit it from the gun. So
Yeah, I think that'll be super important. Ethan definitely stands out as a guy who would have an opportunity to make a big impact on tonight's match. As the teams come out, we got mascots on one side and out on the other. I guess you have to bring your own in this league, but that's cool. So the Hops in their all black kits. The visiting team will be in their black and yellow. They're doing the starting lineups here in the stadium. And then we will have the national anthem and we'll get started. I also see, Sage, coming up here at the bottom. It looks like we're getting some noise makers that are going to get passed out. It'll be interesting to see what's going to go on. This might get a little rowdy.
Me too. I mean, it seems like a good turnout tonight, so I'm excited to see the energy.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need to match the energy. I think the guys will hopefully respond to that. We might have noted a couple of guys that we haven't seen get much playing time this year, as we've talked about throughout the season. That's kind of the nature of a league like this. Guys come and go. This is their summer, so they might be off doing some other things. Big opportunity for Cole Freeman in goal tonight with Luka Barros not here. Vuk Martinovic out. Talked to him before the match. He's got a little bit of an injury that's going to keep him out tonight, and he's hoping he'll be ready for the final game. But Cole Freeman, who we saw a little bit in the big win over Burlington, but this is his first opportunity at home to start and to be out here tonight.
Number 11, Gummer. Number 3, Simon Curto. Number 9, James Jenkins.
Got the James Jenkins fan club over here to our right. That's nice.
Number 18, Jacob Vandell.
All right, so we are just moments away as they are finishing up the starting lineups here in the stadium. People still pouring in. This is going to be a good crowd tonight. I'm excited to see how this goes. And now we have the national anthem, so we will pause for that, and then we'll be right back. All right. The crowd is excited. We're excited. This is going to be a good one. I think it'll be really important from a Charlottetown perspective to get off to a good start. Sage,
Yes.
what do you think?
I totally agree with you. I think setting the tone the first 15 minutes is going to be a little peek into what the rest of the match is going to look like.
Right. I mean, and just given the fact that the game basically got away from them in the first 15 minutes last week.
Right.
Like it was, I mean, Port City had both their goals inside of the first 12 minutes or so last week, and that they dug themselves in a hole and it was difficult to come back from.
Yes.
I wonder too if with the weather, with the heat, if being able to maybe get an early goal allows you to maybe control the tempo a little bit, allow you to kind of not have to feel like you got to run up and down all night long in the heat like this.
Right.
All right, we got the refereeing crew in their bright red shirts. And the Hops, as I said, in their all black. All right, looks like Charlottetown will have the ball to get us started. Heading towards the Sportsplex building. And it will be James Jenkins to take, waiting for the referee's whistle. And we're off. Bernardo Pacheco sends a long ball. It'll be very interesting to see. One thing that I'm noticing, Sage, right off the bat is this Appalachian team is a fairly sizable group.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see what the game plan will be. Just, his long balls all night will probably not work against a team with their size.
Normally with a team this size, they're normally not as fast as you would think they would be just because of their size. So I think we could really use that to our advantage with our guys who are super fast on the field.
Just as I say it, a long ball over the top. James Jenkins crossing it in. Oh. Jacob Bandel can't get on the end of it, but a good cross from Jenkins. It'll be Simon Kurto. Kurto sends it back in. Knocked away by Charlie Walker. An immediate chance for Charlottetown, just like they had last week. Appalachian coming back at him. It'll be Joey Carroll to sweep that one up. It'll be Doyle. Dos Santos. Diakos. A good move there, and he'll try to get it in, but it will fall to Campbell Reese. Good defending there from Charlottetown, and we're on the move again. Gummer. Oh, collision. An errant pass. Curto finds Jacob Bandel. Goes around Dos Santos, but his pass goes only to Doyle, and now Walker will come on top of it. Reese to Dos Santos. Back to Walker. Guiel tries the long ball, but Gavin Troche is smart to it. That deflection will go in Charlottetown's favor, and James Jenkins does pretty well initially, but it's fought off in the end. Back to Walker. Oh, Jacob Bandel putting some pressure on. But he gets it out to Doyle. Campbell. I should say Campbell Reese. His first name is Campbell, not his last name. Just glanced, and that was what I saw. It's a long ball to Steven Stone. Curto does well. Pacheco. Not a lot of options, so he plays it back to Dawson Malcolm. Malcolm kind of playing as the center of that back three. Shire holes. Applewhite. Ball into the box, and Malcolm does well to get that out of there. And well done by Tino Lira. A frantic start to this thing, Sage.
I know, very exciting first, not even 5 minutes, so.
Reese. Stone. Cuts it inside. Joey Carroll. Ethan Stevenson. Aiden Gummer. Loses control of it. It will fall to Stone. Diakos. Nothing there. Gummer scoops it up. Lira. Deflected ball. Good job by Dawson Malcolm to be on top of that. And we've lost our first ball of the evening. Should have had that as a stat that we were keeping track of all year. Ball into the box. Curto gets it out of danger for Charlottetown. That's a lot of up and down action in this first 5 minutes or so. I'm a little surprised. They don't seem to have any. There's no feeling them out kind of moments here that we've seen from them in other matches. It's just like, let's go out and do this. Doyle. Shire holes into the box, but no one's there for it. Tino Lira. That ball only goes to Outerson. Oh, sorry, that's Applewhite. Long shot from the box, and Campbell Reese is deflected, and Cole Freeman comes on top of it. Freeman to Jenkins. Jenkins, a good header. Ethan Stevenson gets control. Oh. And Lear needed to hold on to that one for just half a beat longer, I feel. Tino Lira. Ethan Stevenson, and he gets shoved in the back. Kind of no nondescript, just shoved him on over. And so it'll be a free kick for Charlottetown. Tino Lear to take. Letting most of his team come forward. Puts it around the box. Matthew Doyle deals with it. Carroll. Another shove, but the referee's okay with that one. Stone. I don't know. It looked like a...
I thought that was a clear foul.
Yeah, it looked exactly like the other one, but I don't know. Stone. No. Charles.
Always up to interpretation, I guess.
I guess. Griel. Get it into Alexander Frost. Does fall. It'll be a shot that right in the head of Dawson Malcolm. Applewhite. Pressure from Ethan Stevenson, and it will go out for a corner for the visitors. It's like Georgos Diakos to take. A lot of action on the far post over there. Yeah. It's very interesting.
I've never seen that before.
Now the movement. Pacheco will send it into the next field. Somebody get that for us? Nope. Okay. See if we get that one back, hopefully. Nope, there goes a kid. That's all. He's good. Another corner for Appalachian FC. Same action. Set up on the far post. That one goes right to Freeman. Well dealt with from Cole. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of thing before either.
It was interesting. Started on the back post and then they all ended up on the front.
I imagine there'd be other wrinkles to that, right? You start at the back post and everybody stays in the back post, right. Or everybody goes a different direction or something. I don't know. Training ground material. Cole Freeman out to Joey Carroll. Gummer. Simon Curto back to Aiden Gummer. Oh, good idea there from James Schinken. Just a little strong for Jacob Bandel. So we are in the 10th minute here. Still 0-0, but a lot of activity from both sides thus far. Jacob Bandel does really well there. Stevenson, good turn. Curto. Oh, good move. Tino Lear. Good save. Tino Lear with a good shot. That was an excellent build-up play there from Charlottetown, though.
Great attacking going forward.
Little dummy at the end. Left it for Tino Lira, who got it onto his, I'm assuming, his stronger foot. And good shot in the end. Good save from Charlie Walker. So the first corner of the match for the home side. Cannot see who that is on the ball.
I think that's Tino Lira again.
Yes. Good ball in. Will fall to Jacob Bandel. Trosh gets up. There's Tino.
Oh, no, I was wrong.
Pacheco. And a goal kick. It was Simon Curto, I believe, that was on the kick. Carroll, Curto, Otterson, Shireholtz. Good block by Malcolm. Otterson out to Applewhite. Diakos. Diakos will release it from outside the bar. And a good save by Cole Freeman. A good shot from Diakos, to be fair. Freeman did well to push that one over the bar. It will be another corner. Coming over to take it. Not much of a hurry, I should say. Andre Applewhite. Guess you got to get your moments of rest when you can, yeah.
Different free kick setup this time than the last.
And yet this time he goes to the back post. So I'm all kinds of confused about what the plan is here. Oh, Diakos gets it in, and Freeman does well. Good start to the match for Cole Freeman. Commanding the box thus far, I would say. Send it long. And that's where the height of the opposition comes back to get you a little bit. Dawson Malcolm skying in. Jenkin. Hayden Gummer.
Little head battle going on.
Otterson out to Stone. It's a good turn, but that's a very clear jersey pull. I'm a little surprised that is just a regular old foul, but I don't know what the parameters of yellow cards are anymore, Sage, I gotta say.
Last game.
What are the rules anyway?
Everyone gets a yellow card.
I think we got a yellow card last week. It's possible.
Possible, maybe.
Looked at us and said, I don't like the cut of your jib. Here's a yellow card. Yeah. Because you can't see us, Sage just made the handball signal because that looked pretty clear to everyone else.
Just a natural reaction.
Yeah, normal. Oh, pretty good ball there in from Steven Stone. A little too much zing on that one. And Luke Alexander Frost was unable to get on the end of it. Got a lot of names going on this Appalachian team. Everybody's got... Carroll. Jaron Otterson takes it from him. Steven Stone. Shireholtz. Campbell Reese. Another good save there from Cole Freeman, and now the Hops are on the move. Well defended there by Dos Santos. Otterson again. And that's a foul. As Gavin Troche was holding his ground, and Andre Applewhite just took him down. A little more time on the ball for the visitors of late, but here we are 16 minutes in, and Hops are holding their ground.
Yeah, no, good attacking efforts going forward for sure. They had the first kind of real tone to set in the first couple of minutes with the ball going forward.
Vandal. Pretty good turn. He's taken down by Matthew Doyle, who does not agree.
When does anyone agree?
That was exactly what I was just about to ask you. Has any athlete of any kind ever agreed with any foul or otherwise called against them in the history of sport?
No, I mean, even if you know it was a foul, you always be like...
You can't admit it, right?
You can't admit it.
You're like, just give him the wave off. But you're
exactly.
like, yeah, I got him.
In my head, I'm like, yeah, that was definitely a foul. But
Speaking from experience there? No.
Yeah. But still, I've never gotten a card. But
except for the yellow one that you might have received last week.
Yeah.
And that's a foul.
I might have gotten one last week.
Dos Santos. And a free kick for Charlottetown heading the other direction. Dawson Malcolm just trying to get the lay of things here, try to figure out, maybe find out what the yellow card line is. Gummer. It's a pretty good ball. Not really well dealt with. And Charlottetown will get a throw out of it. That was a little awkward from Danielle Becerra-Guyel. It'll be a long throw opportunity for Charlottetown. Dawson Malcolm joining the fray in the box. So it looks like the Hops are going to try to take advantage of this one with a long throw. I believe that's James Jenkin, yep. Jenkin.
Wow.
Pretty good throw. Gummer falls on the end of it. Oof. Needed just a little bit more composure there, Aiden Gummer. Pacheco. Collision in the middle. Jacob Bandel was offside and knew it there. It's the first time we've seen Charlottetown kind of add some pressure to the mix here. So that header falls to Dawson Malcolm. He'll play back to Cole Freeman. Applewhite and Stevenson fighting over it. Shire Hulls moves forward. Applewhite. Otterson right at Cole Freeman. Shots are piling up for Appalachian, but nothing really terribly convincing from them so far.
No. Just setting a presence, I think.
Yeah. Reese. Applewhite loses it of his own volition, but it does come back to him. And that'll be Otterson. Good block there. And the pressure continues. Reese. Just to put it in the box, Malcolm again. Dos Santos Guyel, sorry. Reese. Another ball in the box, but to no one in particular. And Lero will play it out. Campbell Reese. Doyle. Does the pace of this one worry you at all, Sage?
Honestly, right now, it's kind of hard to tell. I think with the way App kind of has a lot of the possession, I think maybe that's something a little to worry about, but Hops is really holding their own so far. I think they've had a few chances going for it. I think they just really need to get some pace on the ball. It looks they haven't been really able to find a rhythm so far.
Yeah, I had that one early chance and then the Timo Lero one that the good save by Walker. But other than that, it's been pretty few and far between from the home side. It's a pretty good idea. It does force action, but Stephen Stone does really well, actually, to play it back into play. Applewhite. Otterson. Frost Alexander. Alexander Frost, sorry. Stone. Tries to chase it down, but it will go out for a goal kick. Or was he offside? I'm not really sure. It looked like she pointed offside, but I was like,
the ball definitely
that is
went out.
really close to the line. Oh, yeah. Okay. Any more distinctive flag things? Freeman. It's a pretty good ball over the top. Simon Curto can't get to it before Stone can.
I think, as you mentioned, the height is getting a little into the hops a little bit.
And Stevenson applying some pressure there. Griel. Diakos. Checo with him step for step and really does well there. Not as good of a back pass, but ball will fall and eventually Dawson Malcolm having a good match at the back so far. Shire holes. Doyle. Good step up there. But it does fall to Otterhouse. Otterson on goal. And again, Dawson Malcolm stepping into Otterson's path, forcing him to make a pass, and Gavin Troche gets it out of danger. And it'll just be a throw-in for the visitors. Diakos. Carroll for Charlottetown. Trying to find anything. Oh, that's a good ball. Lear couldn't quite control. That was a really nice touch from Jacob Bandel there. Stevenson. Troche. Gavin Troche. Jacob Bandel went down looking for something from the referee, but is asked to resume play. Diakos. Appalachian continuing to press forward. Charlottetown just trying to stay alive here. Doyle. Shot is wide. It's a lot of pressure to absorb for Charlottetown.
A lot of that pressure is coming from that midfield. There's so much space in the midfield. I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect between the three that are in there. So
we'll go out of play for a Charlottetown throw. How do you work with that? Like what is there a way to solve that, quote unquote? I know there's not solutions necessarily, but a way to combat that kind of play.
Well, at least from what I'm seeing right now, there's not a lot of mark following. I think it's really important to really follow your mark, especially in the midfield, and find those little pockets of space that you can play through, and also not allow them to work around you, because it just seems like they're kind of like passing around, and that's what's killing them, allowing them to play balls through, balls wide, and that's what's really killing us right now.
It's just connecting those passes rather than just passing for passing's sake. So Pacheco loses it for a minute. Does well, though, in the end to make up for his own error. Still has it now. He's fighting in the midfield. Nothing from the referee there. Zotterson. Shireholes. Steven Stone. Curto sticking with him. Falls to Shireholes. Looking for an opportunity. Applewhite. Diakos. Working into play. That will... Oh! That was a very near lead for Appalachian. As Jesper Shireholes fizzed that one through a whole mess of guys in the box, I gotta say. I don't know that you could have blamed Cole Freeman for that at all. If that had gone in, that would have been a heck of a goal there. But fortunately for Charlottetown, it fizzes by the bar, and we're still good. Freeman playing it long. Tina Lira. Trost trying to get it, but Applewhite steps in front. Diakos, and offside for Luke Alexander Frost. Appalachian trying to move forward. It'll be Steven Stone. Stone into the box. Again, well defended by Dawson Malcolm. Oh, good touch there by Simon Curto. Curto still running with it. Big opportunity here. Can Bandel make something happen? Jacob Bandel into the box, but Ethan Stevenson did not anticipate that particular pass. And so it goes out for an Appalachian goal kick as we enter the 30th minute. That would have been a good opportunity for Charlottetown to create something. Their best move in a while, I would say.
Now, I would say, as a player, the last 15 minutes of the first half is definitely the hardest, I would say. Just because you're really fighting to get that first goal, and it looks like they're really breaking down right now. Everyone's super tired.
James Jenkin, who started up top in this match and is now back on the back line. Simon Curto, again, nice feet. Ethan Stevens, everything but the ball. Unfortunately, got to take it with you for it to matter, right? Reese. Otterson. Oh. And that is Luke Alexander Frost, 31st minute. Appalachian on the board. And that is an unfortunate goal from a Charlottetown perspective, not only because you just gave up the goal, obviously, but the fact that they've been working so hard to maintain the lead, and it just, that's, as you were literally just saying, that's the thing you need to pay attention to at this particular point. And unfortunately, that's right the moment later. That's when the lead is
the last
conceded.
15 minutes are the hardest. That's what I always say. So
I have a hydration break here as the heat is excessive. Although I think it's cooling off.
Cool down, yeah.
And then turning into a rather nice night. All right, so this is our short analysis time. As they are hydrating, what does Charlottetown need to do in these final 15, 14-ish minutes to see about number one, not giving up any further goals, but maybe getting one of their own.
I think there really needs to be a change in the midfield. Looking at it, there's really only like 2 main people in the midfield. I think taking the game back. You just really need to take it back, get control of the game, get the ball on the ground. They had a really hard time playing through the midfield, playing out wide, which is probably our strongest suit, is our outside wings and getting forward. And I think we've had a hard time just really getting into those pockets of space. I think just controlling, slowing the game down, because at this point it just seems like there's so many yellow shirts. Mm-hmm. That's what it seems like to me. So I think if I'm them, we need to really get everything under control.
Yeah. Would you say that's what's forcing, like, because we're seeing a lot of long balls from Charlottetown?
Yeah, I think
it's just there's nothing in the midfield, nowhere to go with it, so you kind of have to.
There, and it really becomes really predictable, especially from the goalkeeper. The back line on App side knows exactly where that ball's going, and so they're prepared for it. Mm-hmm. I think trying to play out or even trying long balls in the midfield where there's a little less height there could be a good strategy to go with instead.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. The 2-man midfield has its benefits for sure, because it allows you to have strengths in other parts of the pitch. But we're seeing the downside and what that forces you to that forces you to have to do to deal with.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see if maybe they'll make a formation change or maybe get some more people in there, some fresh legs, because when you only have 2 in the midfield, you get so tired so super fast.
Right, and I guess the other thing to think that I think of, I mean, at least from observing him so far, Bernardo Pacheco definitely has a little bit more defensive mind to him, and so there's some protection to the back line that he's providing. Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing a great job.
Yeah.
He's been fighting for every single ball. Even if he makes a mistake, he's the first person to win it back.
But he can only do so much. He can only be in one place at one time. As Hayden Gummers, we got actions getting rolling here again. Trying to switch the play up here. Gavin Troche, Pacheco. I'm sorry, that's James Jinkin. Jinkin moved on me. Never can tell where anybody's going to be at any given moment. Hayden Gummer. Looking for an opportunity there. Nothing doing for Gavin Troche. It looks like Daniel Becerra-Griel is on the floor. I'm going to see what the action is here. Did his tiny shin guard fall out? What's up with that? I need to know, like, for real, like, what's up with the tiny shin guards? Do you wear them?
I do not. I actually wear full shin guard. There's a player on my team at Asheville, and she wears, like, toddler size.
What's that? Like, that can't help.
A lot of people just don't like shin guards, and I think that's okay.
Yeah.
That's just not my vibe. So.
Look, I run into a table with my shin, and I'm like, ouch, that's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. So, like, I can't only imagine, like, getting kicked or something like that in the shin as Campbell Reese flies it over the bar. So we enter into the final 10-ish minutes of this first half. Charlottetown down 1-0 on a goal from Luke Alexander Frost. Dawson Malcolm trying to play it along again for Ethan Stevenson, who for all his traits is not the tallest fella. Pacheco. Little dance around Diakos, and Gavin Troche moving forward. Stevenson, Pacheco, and Campbell Reese moving forward again, but well defended there by Stevenson. Gummer. Lear tried a little turn there, didn't quite come off, and now it's a foul going the other direction. And a free kick coming from the far side. That goal seems to have taken the life out of the crowd a little bit here.
But that's what we need. We need the energy.
That's right.
No. Where's that horn?
I know. I need the horn again.
The cowbells. The drums.
Trosh, good defending there. Stevenson, Gummer, and we're moving. See if he sees him. He does. Simon Curto, it's a good ball from Aiden Gummer. Curto, I've been very impressed with today. That will go out for a corner. Well done by Simon Curto. He's doing well here on this near side. He's got real good skill with the ball. And it will be Tino Lear to take on this near side corner. Got to take advantage of something like this. Set pieces when your back's against the wall, all the more important. Lear will send it in. It's a pretty good ball. And we'll go out for another goal kick. A lot of pace on that thing.
Yeah, it was a great ball, great service into the box. Just ultimately couldn't get a touch or a head on it.
Jacob Vandal pressuring. Just looking for those opportunities. This ball's going to come all the way to the other side. Simon Curto has now got himself into a bit of trouble. Steven Stone. Dawson Malcolm there again. Been excellent tonight. Malcolm. It's a good idea from Pacheco, but didn't quite come off.
I almost don't know how that ball even made it there. He does things that I get so shocked about sometimes.
There's a good little touch from Pacheco. Stevenson, little heavy at the end. Just need to keep that one a little tighter. Shireholtz. Hotterhouse. Roderson. Whoa. That one takes a funny bounce off a Hops player. Stone into the box. Dealt with by Cole Freeman. This is a pretty good response from Charlottetown on the goal. One of the things that you want to look for is when you give up the goal, are you able to kind of buckle down and not concede again?
I think after that water break, they were able to just really talk about it and get things settled. And I think they're looking towards goal, and I think it's looking good.
Freeman down to Curto. Let's see if Gummer can get to it before anyone else. And a collision, and Gummer's going to get a foul. Campbell Reese. Diakos, that ball is not probably where he wanted it to be. Pacheco out of play. Got the dual whistle thing going on here. There's
I thought it was
another game out down the way. That's a lot of whistles happening over there. Shireholes. Doyle. Shireholes again. Trying to swing it into the box. It's well dealt with by Trosh. Malcolm high in the sky. Carroll. Back in the box again. Otterson. Well defended in the end by Charlottetown. The pressure continues. Reese. Otterson. Diakos. So we enter the final couple of minutes here of this first half. Charlottetown still looking for the breakthrough. Cole Freeman is behind it, trying to find Gavin Troche, but is unable to do so. Reese. It's a pretty good idea there, but handled by Cole Freeman. Gummer. A lot of pressure there. Gummer looking for an opening. Can't quite get it, and Shireholtz will fall on it, but well defended by Troche in the end. Malcolm still driving forward. Ethan Stevenson. Numbers for Charlottetown, and that goes away very quickly. Applewhite driving the other direction. Applewhite still on his feet. Puts it in, blocked by Joey Carroll. Stone. Ball in the box. Malcolm deals with it. Applewhite. Applewhite hits the bar and doesn't go in, and then there's a good save from Cole Freeman, as the pressure is just relentless.
Wow. That was
dodged a bullet there,
yeah.
Sage.
Two very heavy strikes.
Comes another, but Luke Alexander Frost right at Cole Freeman. So Sage, as we get ready to wrap up this first half, I have a directive that I need to convey. So my wife and son are watching at home, and I've been told that we're going to say hi to my wife and my son Simon, who's 3, and then we got to tell him that he's got to go to bed. So,
well, listen to your parents.
Sorry, buddy, it's late. It's time to go to bed. So listen to what your mom tells you to do. As there's a bad pass, back pass. Not particularly well dealt with from Appalachian's perspective. They kind of made a mess of that one, actually. Yeah. Charlottetown just has to settle down. Just really, really cannot concede here as we enter stoppage time in the first half. Just got to keep your wits about you. Pacheco. Vandal, good ball. And a foul? What's happening? Yep, calling it back. Interesting.
Oh.
I did not see what happened.
I did not see what happened either.
No, and the whistles are confusing me because we got the whistle down there and the whistle up here.
Can
we get a different type of whistle downstairs, maybe? Like maybe get them a kazoo or something that they can hear, but we can't. That'd be great. But they clearly called a foul and a free kick coming up as we get into the 47th minute. Tino Lira to take. Big opportunity for Charlottetown if they can get a good ball in the box, as Aiden Gummer will join his teammates. But just messing. Lira, pretty good ball. Oh, really really crucial header there. Leandro Dos Santos came in. That was, it looks like James Jenkins had that one lined up.
Yeah.
So a corner for Charlottetown after that good delivery. Another pretty good delivery, but it goes through everyone, and Appalachian are running. Gummer, good tackle.
That was going to be a tough counterattack to come
100%.
back from.
Lung-busting run there from Aiden Gummer to chase him, because he doesn't get him. I don't know that anybody else is going to get him. Like, there's nobody else there.
Very good recovery and great tackle to get the ball out to let everybody recover back.
Doyle. Ball over the top. Oh, Stone! And a goal kick.
They love that post and that crossbar.
They really do.
Yeah.
It's been Charlottetown's saving grace. Got to say that. So we are entering the end of the 3rd minute of stoppage time. We'll see what the referee's got in mind. We just really had the one goal, and there it is. As I say, we get to 48 minutes, and that's it. All right. Well, you know, I got to say, it's no moral victories in this particular case, but considering all the pressure that Appalachian put on, I think, I mean, you'd feel a lot better if you hadn't conceded at all.
Right.
But, I mean, it could very easily be 3 or 4 nothing.
Yeah, I think a 1-0 standing is a very vulnerable place to be in for both sides. For App, they got to keep that balance. Either they got to keep it 1-0, not concede a goal, or they got to score more goals. For Charlottetown's, it's pretty much in their hands.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. And as we talked about with the playoffs, if Charlottetown wants to host a playoff game here in a couple of weeks, they really need to get all 3 points tonight, but they absolutely cannot drop all 3.
Yes.
So getting that at least one goal and then keeping it there would be ideal. So we'll see how the second half plays out. We'll be back with you at the start of the second half. You can watch some highlights from the first half.
I didn't realize it too until I just as I was taking it off. I was like, oh yeah, my head is.
All right, welcome back to the CSA Ortho Carolina Sportsplex here in Pineville, North Carolina, where the Charlottetown Hops find themselves with a 1-goal deficit as we get ready to start the second half, although we currently only have one team on the field, so that would be a little difficult. It would be difficult for them to score a goal while inside the locker room, but I think they'll be out momentarily. Sage, we were just talking about this before we came back on. What does Charlottetown got to do? If you were in charge, if you were the head coach of this team, what would you do?
Oh, that's a big title. But I'm interested to see what adjustments, what changes they're going to make after that first half. If I were them, I would want to go man for man in the midfield just because it just seemed like there was a lot going on in there. They were being played around, danced around, and I think being man for man in the midfield would help them a lot defensively and attacking going forward. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
So when you say man for man, you're literally talking like everybody's matching up with a player, right?
Everybody's matched up with a player.
Gotcha. As opposed to more of a zonal area, like you cover this area, you cover that area kind of thing. Gotcha. All right. Well, we're all waiting for the Hops to come back out.
The home side.
They're keeping up the suspense here as we wait. People are starting to find their seats. Here they come. Looked like a lot of folks were enjoying the many accoutrements of the experience here. Getting some beverages from the beer garden or experiencing what I'm told was an excellent shaved ice experience. That's what I've been told. I have not experienced that myself. They also have funnel cakes. I think that's excellent.
Sounds
if those people are listening and they would like to bring us either of those things or both, I wouldn't turn it down.
Me neither.
Sage concurs.
We've been hard at work up here.
That's right. Working up an appetite. Zev, who is our wonderful camera. No, he doesn't want any.
He says no.
You don't want? Okay, more for us then.
Okay,
more funnel cakes / shaved ice for Sage and I. So that works out. I don't think that anybody's listening to us, but I can dream of an opportunity that may be coming in our future. And maybe they're sitting up there watching the broadcast. They can't be out here watching the games. They're sitting, listening to us, and they're like, you know what? Let's bring those people some nice stuff. Maybe.
Love that idea, though.
It's a good thought.
Good thought.
All right. Doesn't look like any changes for Appalachian. And I can tell that because roughly 50% of the squad is right here on this side near us. Not seeing anything noticeable from the Charlottetown perspective either. A little thin on the bench tonight. I think only 5, maybe 6 subs listed for Charlottetown. So that will make it a little bit interesting. 7 substitutes for the visitors. 7 listed for Charlottetown as well, but as we talked about, Vuk Martinovic not likely to factor in tonight. But here we go. Getting things started in the second half. And it's an immediate throw for the visitors.
Let's go soccer!
Appalachian again starting off with a lot of possession of the ball. I mean, we're only 55 seconds into this thing, but
Hey, that's a good start.
noticeably they have the ball. Oh, that got a little dangerous there for a second. Never want the ball bouncing in the box. That's just what just the thought that I have.
Just a thought, yeah.
Tino Lira driving forward. Ethan Stevenson looking for the ball. He finds Simon. Oh! That's a good take for Curto, but I think that was Dos Santos who stepped into that one using his head. Take the block, and it will be James Jenkins coming across for another long throw. Really need to take advantage of these opportunities. Not really a set piece necessarily, but it plays like one.
They make it a set piece.
Yeah. So Jenkins to launch. It's a pretty good throw. Ends up at the feet of Otterson, and now Campbell Reese, but good defending there. So the lights are starting to illuminate the field. We do have a player down on the back side here for the visitors. Believe that is Leandro dos Santos. I don't know if he is feeling the effects of that shot from Simon Curto just a few moments ago. He is moving a little slowly. And a drop ball. Carroll. Stevenson can't get there. Pacheco slows Diakos down momentarily, but App's still driving forward. Otterson. Applewhite. That's well defended there. And then again, Dawson Malcolm up to the task. And the Hops survive again. Jacob Bandel could do anything with that ball. But now he can. Shoved into the bench, and throws going the other way, so no foul, and it's a throw in for Appalachian. BL. Back to his goalkeeper, Charlie Walker. Who, to be fair, has not had a whole lot to do tonight. Another long ball. Applewhite. Jenkins did well to control that, but Applewhite puts it in the box. Falls. Oh! And that's trouble. 50th minutes. Campbell Reese doubles the scoring for the visitors. Looked like Cole Freeman got his hand on it. There was just a lot of power on that one. And it's 2-0 for Appalachian. And we talked about it. That's what happened. The pressure eventually will give way.
The Hops gave them a lot of time and a lot of space to take that shot, and we knew that they had a lot of power going forward. So, and ultimately just conceded a goal there.
Looks like the referee and his assistant over on the far side are having a conversation. Not sure what about. A little VAR action. I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure what happened there. But it looks like the goal will stand. And so Charlottetown find themselves in a 2-goal hole with a lot of work to do. And I don't know about you, Sage, but for me the trouble is that they haven't really shown a lot of ability tonight to get forward, and so now they're going to really have to open themselves up if they want to get back into this thing. Trost tries to find Curto. Applewhite deals with it. It'll be Gavin Trost with the throw. But, you know, crazier things have happened.
Yes.
Wouldn't be the first 2-goal lead to go away. It's another throw in for Charlottetown, and Jenkin again will come up to make the long throw. Not as many bodies in the box this time. Although here comes Joey Carroll. High arcing ball, but it falls. And the goalkeeper that was unusual. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah. Can he do that? I guess he can. It's a little iffy. He lost the ball, then he tried to go through Ethan Stevenson, but, you know, I'll make the rules, as we've already discussed. And in the end, it comes to nothing, unfortunately. Yeah. It kind of feels like that's the kind of goal they're going to need, like one of those scrappy, like the ball kind of bounces around the right direction, get on the end of it, just to get something where you see the ball go in the back of the net and you're like, oh, okay, we can do this.
Doesn't always have to be the prettiest goal in the world.
No style points. Ethan Stevenson, it's a pretty good pass, but Steven Stone was on top of it. The Hops will pick up the pressure. Driving forward, Gail. Matthew Doyle. Curto steps in front of it. Will keep it in play. And now he'll come the other direction. Tacos. Driving forward for App. Good work. Lira. I don't think that Tina Lira was ready for that one. Jenkin driving forward. Oh, good ball here. All right, I'll just say it. I don't think she got that right. Say substitution coming for Charlottetown.
I mean, other than the offside call, it was a great build-up play and a great ball behind into Ethan Stevenson.
Indeed. Other than that small detail.
A small detail of the offside.
Bernardo Pacheco is coming off, and in his place, well, this is the first time we've seen Bernardo come off the field this year. Believe that is almost there. Maybe Dyer McCarthy, I think, but I'm not sure. The number doesn't match with...
Yeah, their numbers are switched.
Yeah. Jenkins loses the ball on the near side. Alexander Frost, Reese. Otterson drives it in, and that's 3 for the visitors. 56 minutes. Jaron Otterson, who already has an assist on the first goal, and that is not what you need from a Charlottetown perspective, as they are now down 3-0 in this one. Pretty good hit there from Jaron Otterson.
Yeah, very good hit.
Kind of, but unfortunately a little indicative of how things have gone. He just had a lot of time, a lot of space. And he talked about that earlier, just to kind of dance in the middle of where he wanted it, and took a shot, and wasn't much that Cole Freeman could have done about it.
If I'm not mistaken, this was, I think, the score of the last time that they played them.
Yes. So we didn't mention this, as there's a ball from McCarthy over the top trying to find Gavin Troche, but Applewhite deals with it. They did travel the Wednesday, I think Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday before the Port City match. They went up to Boone because of the way that the schedule works. They're only playing one league match against Appalachian this year, and so they went up and did a friendly match on that Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day that was. And yes, you're right. This was the final score of that game in the same favor. So doesn't count in the league, but it certainly
good to get a feel for the team, know how to work around it.
I don't know how the lineups on that day compared or whatnot, but this ball's over the top for Luke Alexander Frost. James Jenkins does well. Otterson. Again, a lot of time, but that crosses for nothing. Another substitution coming for Charlottetown. And it looks like it is James Jenkins coming off. And I believe Logan Grasso is who we got. Free kick for Appalachian as they are, as we get to the hour mark, and we got a little bit of pushing and shoving here.
Number 5. Yeah, 5.
A conversation here between Daniel Becerra Guiel and the referee as the jawing continues. Trying to get Dyer McCarthy out of the mix here. A lot of pace on that ball, but it doesn't make it very far. Lots of work to do for Charlottetown if they want to get anything out of this. Simon Curto to take the throw. McCarthy. Gummer. A little bit of a heavy pass there. McCarthy, pretty good turn there, but now he's kind of dribbled himself into a corner. Not a literal corner, but bailed out. Maybe a little bit of help there from the referee, but I don't think that's usually a situation you want to be in where you're surrounded by three guys still trying to dribble. I think the more likely outcome in that particular case is you just lose the ball and something worse happens.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That was a not a great back pass. And the assistant over here is calling a corner. And just another unforced error from Charlottetown. Sage, you didn't care for that one, did you?
No,
that made you really nervous. Immediate reaction to the pass. Otterson, Applewaite. Out for a throw for Appalachian, who looked to be setting up their first substitution, although first Gavin Troche had a little nibble there. And that will be
looks like he landed weird when he came down from that header. It's always the worst.
Looks like Gavin's going to have to come out of the match, so that's unfortunate. Does not look like he's walking very comfortably. And Jaron Otterson coming off, number 7 for Appalachian. And in his place is, hold on. This is always a fun time, trying to figure out what's going on. Looks like Julian Ramirez is. Play continuing on for several seconds there while we figured out that the assistant over here had called something, a foul, I suppose. The foul ends up going this way. All right. Looks like Jivan Purewall in for
Looks like the first yellow card tonight.
Was it 14?
Yeah, he pulled his jersey.
He just came into the match, so there we go. Good welcome to the match there. And Gavin Troche is off in favor of Julian Ramirez, who's wearing 14, not 8, in spite of what all the other information that we have suggests. So a 66th minute yellow card. App getting all the notes here, unfortunately. Both the good and the bad. I guess the bad's not so bad. Lira trying to make something happen down this side. So a good pass there. Gummer. That one looks like he hit it pretty clean, but it was always rising and over the bar.
It's the first real chance this half.
Yeah. Probably from if you're Charlottetown there, you want something a little more secure there in that one opportunity. Lear going to put the pressure on the keeper. I don't know if he got a little piece of that one. McCarthy. It's a good touch to Stevenson. Lira. Oh, good step over there. Ramirez. Linesman keeps. Julian Ramirez couldn't get a clean cross in. And Appalachian will drive forward. Reese. I feel like App just turns defense into offense so quickly. Although that comes to nothing. Stevenson. Jacob Bandel will get on the end of this one. It's a good pass to Lira. Lira turns, finds Stevenson, Ethan Stevenson. Ball across the other side, Simon Cueto!
Great ball from Stevenson.
Absolutely.
And a really good strike, but just a little too high.
And we got a man down, Campbell Reese. I was wondering if some of this was, it looks like there's just the heat, I think, is starting to get to everybody. Got Campbell Reese down for Appalachian. Can't tell who that is. Simon Curto, I think, on the other side that was down momentarily for the Hops, and seems like an ideal time for the hydration break, seeing as everyone is cramping up and not what you want here in the final 20 or so minutes of this match. You need everybody to survive here. All right, so Charlottetown down 3 goals here. Showing a little bit more in the last couple of minutes. A couple of good moves forward, but it's been difficult. Tough sledding, I would say, most of the night.
I mean, the Appalachian is a really tough team to kind of get the upper hand on with their size, their athleticism. Super fast up top, able to move in and out of tight spaces. I think for the Hops, I think thus far in this half, this is the best they've played all game, in my opinion. Created some real chances going forward, so.
Oh boy, what are they doing, a line change over here? What's going on? It's not like 4, I see it. Oh, well, there we go. A lot of substitutions happening at the same time. Try to see if we can sort them out. No, I saw Shire Holtz come out. So that's good. That's one name I got. We'll figure this out as we get through it. Diakos. I see a 16. Unfortunately, I don't see a 16 on their roster, so this is going well so far. My attempts to sort out the details here are going to be thwarted by the numbers not matching up. Unfortunately, their faces are too far away for me to figure it out. I want to say that 16 is Chase Gilly, but I have nothing to go on that other than I'm just looking at.
Yeah, it's an educated guess.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that the other guy is Zach Garcia, number 8. Now I'm just trying to figure out. I think Campbell Reese came off for. I'm going to say it's Chase Gilly. It says 21 in here, 21 on in your programs, 16 on the field. Ball out to Stevenson. Let's see if he can chase it down. He can. Put it in the box. Oh! And a foul going the other way. Charlottetown making some noise here late in the match, although have to wonder if we're starting to get into too little too late territory. Yeah. Especially if they're not able to actually make something of any of them. As Aiden Gummer is coming out for Charlottetown. I believe that is Josh Swilacki. Yes. All right, we're heading into the final 15 minutes of this one in the near future. Probably not as important as the final 15 minutes of the first half, especially in a situation like this, but what can be gained from Charlottetown's perspective in this particular scenario? Down 3-0, but something to play for, I guess. You got to find something to keep you pushing, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if it looks pretty promising that they will lose this match, but it doesn't mean that they won't secure a playoff spot. It is determined on everybody else, so all hope is not lost. But I think this is a really good learning experience for them to be able to, play without their players that have been with us all season, new faces coming in, a different dynamic of people. So I think this is just a learning experience for them to take into the next match.
There's another shot from Luke Alexander Frost. Ramirez fizzes that one into Zolaki. Can't keep hold of it. Diakos running forward. He's been doing a lot of running tonight. 12 for Appalachian. And Dawson Malcolm knocks that one away from Luke Alexander Frost. It's another substitution, it looks like, that I didn't notice from the visitors that I will try to piece together here.
They want to keep you on your toes.
They are.
Yeah.
Ethan Taylor, number 4, looks like he has joined the fray. He probably did a bit ago. I think he's replaced Steven Stone. Or at least he's the other player on the field that I have noticed is gone. Corner comes in. Garcia back the other direction. Bandel trying to stick with it, and that's really good work actually by Bandel. Knocked away. Stevenson on the spot though. Almost got it to Jacob Bandel. Alex McCarthy overruns it, and Garcia. Pierwall. Oh, a little bit of a risky one there from Freeman, and that one plays off of Dawson Malcolm, but Cole Freeman on it a little faster that time. Bandel. Trying to cut it inside, but too many bodies there. We'll go out for a Charlottetown throw. Time is not on their side, unfortunately. Dawson Malcolm does well. A little extra shove there from Luke Alexander Frost. And a few chippy moments here and there, but I think by and large the teams have done well to keep it on
the piece
yes.
a little bit.
Jacob Bandel. McCarthy. Lira. Bandel. Cross comes in. Walker steps up and takes it. Taylor. Lilaki. McCarthy. Very well. Stevenson, but loses it to Garcia. And the referee going to pull it back as there was a offside going the other way. Interesting. Another change coming for the visitors. And it will be Luke Alexander Frost giving way. And in his place, a player that I will be able to figure out here momentarily. Now that's Chase Gilly. That is 21. Well, they're all messing with me here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that was. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Good work by Freeman. And we got a man down for Charlottetown. Cannot see who it is from here. But looks like Tino Lira maybe. Yeah, that's not good. More unfortunate because, well, I do suppose they have one. It's possible Maximus Graficos could come on, but he was not prepared to do so. Dawson Malcolm, good work there. Curto. A throw in, and it will be the aforementioned Maximus Graficos. Coming in for Lira. Ramirez trying to get around the defender here. In the end, forces a throw deep in App's own half of the field. Hopefully Tino Lira is okay. That did not look like he was very comfortable coming off at the end there. Simon Curto just kind of ushers that one out of play. And that is 4. Kind of out of nothing there for Appalachian. That was number 11, Ahiro Nakame, who, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember when he came in. Really got to get a board. That's all I got to say. So Nakame in the 83rd minute. Makes it 4 to the visitors. So this has not been the season closer that I think Charlottetown would have wanted. Not a great performance, and it's to be fair, it's kind of snowballed on them a little bit. Like the first half was not a bad showing. That one goal was an unfortunate one to give up at the end, but this second half has been pretty clinical from App's point of view. At this point, what are you playing for at this point, Sage, if you're out there in these experiences?
At this point, you just don't want to show that you've given up. Like, that's not the mentality to have. Even when you're losing, you still want to keep things sharp, still keep playing, because, I mean, this is the game that you love, and you don't want to take it for granted, because we've had a few injuries. Because if they do make the playoffs, then they do have a lot to play for, and they don't want to show any signs of weakness. Yeah,
and I mean, and quite frankly, if they do make the playoffs, it's a fairly decent chance that it's going to be this Appalachian team again. Probably going to have to travel to Boone at this particular point, seeing how things are going to shape out. I suppose better that one than Hickory FC, who is yet to lose this season.
Right.
and last I checked has a plus 18 goal differential and 21 points. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a record.
All right, so heading into the final 5 minutes or so of this one, and have a couple of minutes of stoppage with all the goals and the hydration and whatnot, substitutions. But this has been a fairly clinical job from Appalachian FC tonight, for sure. It's Ethan Taylor. Cole Freeman captures that one, and Julian Ramirez will get moving. Zalaki. Jacob Bandel, that looks like a tired and defeated effort there. Just not that he's not a giving up. It's just like this has been a hard night. Garcia, Beerwell. Nakame. Garcia again. Eventually, Beerwell falls down. And now Appalachian's got it back again. Gilly, oh goodness. Chase Gilly makes it 5 in the 88th minute. And this is not going well. Does that wrap it up pretty well?
Yeah, I think you got it correct. So
nothing if not observant, Sage. Nothing if not observant.
Yeah. Definitely a tough one to walk away from. Not something you want to end the night with.
Well, this win will more or less should, if I'm not mistaken, this will certainly catapult Appalachian into second place. They'll be tied with Port City on goals, but their goal differential after this one will be significant. Skirto, wide. Charlottetown will be in fourth place as in where they are. Now the good news is that the teams under them have 8, 7, 4, and 1 point.
Right.
So it feels pretty solid with 1 to 2 matches left to go for most teams. The top 4 is set. Hickory pretty well entrenched into that top spot. As I said, 21 points, 7 matches that they've played. So they've got 3 more to go. Doesn't seem like they're going to lose anytime soon. Port City Appalachian would be in second, Port City third, and Charlottetown in fourth. Now, as I was saying, the fourth position is not the place you want to be because that means you have to travel to take on Hickory, who, as I said, is has been unbeaten so far and looking to continue that run. That would not be a place to go, but I don't know. You don't have any control over it at this point.
No.
They have 1 match left. They got to win it. I think even that would only get them up to 16 points. Then at that point you're hoping neither Port City. Your hope there is that neither Port City nor Appalachian get another point from there.
Right.
That's what you're hoping for, because the thing that this also does, that Charlottetown had a +6 goal differential coming into this one. Well, that's now gone down to a +1 so far. So the continued adding on by Appalachian is impacting in that particular regard as well. So not ideal in a lot of ways as Jacob Bandel is asked to stand up. It's not really a major deal at this particular point, but ambitious effort there from Bandel, but staying with it as we are now in stoppage time. What I imagine will be relatively brief, but I don't know. But yeah, that's the playoff situation as it currently stands. I mean, barring a sudden surge, Greenville United on 8 points is the closest point total. Bristol City is a foul going the other direction. It's Diane McCarthy now working through something. Bristol Rhythm AFC, not Bristol City. That's a team in England. Has 7 points, but they've only played 6 matches. I don't know what I'm saying is there have the Hops put themselves in like the best situation possible? Probably not, but it does seem, especially if they can go down and take care of business. They take on Bristol Rhythm AFC on the road in 10 days on July the 2nd. At this point, you want to make sure you just get into the tournament at this particular point and see what happens. And the most important thing there will be going into Bristol Rhythm next week and taking all 3 points on July 2nd. So they got some time.
Yes. Still lots to play for.
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, as I hyped it up at the beginning of the broadcast, it feels unlikely that we will have a home playoff game at this particular point. It's not impossible, but they have to win next week in order to even enter into the possibility of that happening, to get to 16 points, and then hope that things kind of work out in their favor with the other two clubs. Yeah. Ramirez, Swilacki. Hops just looking for something to hang their hat on tonight. Julian Ramirez will get in, and wow. Swilacki, hey! Josh Swilacki in the 93rd minute breaks the seal. Not like there's any time, unfortunately, but that's a good thing for the young guy to have there at the end. It will not make a difference in the outcome of this particular match, but I mean, they kept fighting, and you gotta appreciate that. I mean, that was the kind of scrappy goal that we were talking about. They needed 4 or 5 goals ago.
Doesn't always have to be the prettiest.
Like if they had been able to work that out 30 minutes ago, that might have been able to take the seal off of things a little bit, get them feeling a little better. Just 30 minutes ago, it was 3-0. Would have been 3-1 instead of 5-1, so that will change things a little bit, but nonetheless. And the referee calling it at in the 95th minute, and so Charlottetown will lose this one, the final home match of the regular season. We'll still throw that out there. 5-1. So not the best way to finish the season, but as we said, all in front of them to play for. They just got to take care of business next week. Kind of got to flush this one away, I think, and just kind of move on and be ready for the next one.
This is the type of game you have to put behind you and just look forward to the next game.
All right. Well, with that said, hopefully we'll see you again. But if not, it's been a good. We'll wish you well for the for the regular season. Thanks for another good one, Sage. It's been a pleasure working with you this year. Hopefully, we'll
Thanks
see you
for
again.
having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's as I said, it's always good to chat with someone as opposed to talking to myself. And you've made that really good. So it's been a good year, but hopefully we'll be back on July 9th. I'm not wishing it away, but just in case, we would be remiss if we didn't say thanks to everybody for tuning in and for the season. So Hops play Bristol Rhythm AFC on July 2nd, so tune into that broadcast, and hopefully they will get all 3 points. So hopefully, until next time, we'll see you then.
In the meantime, go to charlottetownhops.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Thank you, fans, for supporting local soccer and local craft beer. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.